Hey kids, so welcome back to Yoga by Stephaniemia. This is our 6th installment on how to begin our yoga, and today we're looking at Warrior 1 and coming into Warrior 1 from our high lunge as well as our low lunge. Grab whatever you need to make yourself comfortable and let's get started. When you're ready, come onto your mat. We're going to move into tabletop, and from there we're going to transition into high lunge, and from there we're going to take it into our Warrior 1. To start, we're going to bring our left leg to the top of the mat, making a 90-degree angle with the front leg and a 90-degree angle with the back leg. What you can also do, you can curl the toes under or come onto the flat of your foot for stability. It really is your preference, but for me, I like to have the flat of my foot on the mat, so that's where I will keep it. So I definitely encourage you to take the time to find out what your preference is and then stick to that preference. Remember that your comfort is the most important. We're going to go ahead and frame that front leg with our arms and then engage the quads, the glutes, and our hip flexors and really come up into our high lunge. As we straighten through that back knee, we're going to engage our abs, finding strength in our center and grounding through that front leg. And when you're feeling stable and strong, you're going to go ahead and pivot on that back leg, pointing the toes diagonally to get into that Warrior 1 position. Keep that 90-degree angle in the front leg as much as possible, then bring the arms up and over, opening the chest and breathing deeply here. There's a lot more going on in Warrior 1 than we sometimes realize. So if you find that your hips are opening to the side, you want to ensure that those two hip joints are actually pointing forward. Now, if you aren't as open in your hips as yet, you may have the urge to come onto the balls of your feet instead of having them pointing diagonally. Now, this isn't the correct form of the pose, but of course, comfort is first. So as you work to open your hips more, you can also do so. What you can also do is step a bit closer to shorten the stance. That may also help create more space and come into the pose more comfortably. So once you have found your Warrior 1, bring your arms up and overhead and take a breath here, opening the chest, shoulders back, and enjoying this posture. When you're ready, pivot on that back leg as we're going to take it back down into our low lunge. Bring that leg back and we're going to take it to the other side. I just quickly move to the other side of the mat so my back isn't facing you at any point in time. Okay, so as we did before, we're going to come back onto tabletop position and come into our Warrior 1 from our low lunge and then up into high lunge. Ensure that the front leg is of course again at a 90-degree angle as well as the back leg, and each side is different, so find out if you want to curl your toes under this time or keep it flat on the mat. So while I'm showing you the importance of having a 90-degree angle in the front and back leg, I lost balance, so I took the opportunity to remind you to always engage your core so that you can find balance and stability in Warrior 1. Okay, so as we prep ourselves to come back into our high lunge, curl the toes under, come up into the high lunge, engage the glutes, strong abs, and then when you're ready, you're going to pivot on that back leg, pointing the toes diagonally once again. So here I tried to play it safe than sorry and show you exactly how your feet should be in Warrior 1, because I'm not really sure if you can see it properly from this camera angle. Okay, great. So once you find stability and comfort in this posture, pay attention to your hips and try to point those hip joints forward and not open to the side. Open your chest as much as possible and breathe in deeply. As you inhale, sink a little lower and become even stronger in this posture. Take a quick inhale, then exhale to lower the arms, pivot on that back leg and come into a strong high lunge. Arms come up, inhale, come into cactus arms, and exhale, make a circle. Inhale, cactus arms, open the chest, nice, and exhale. Lower that back leg, come down into that low lunge, and then when you're ready, send that leg back. Bring your hips back and come to sit on your feet, and that's practice for today. Great, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.